Listen Up Impact was the title of our most recent documentary film aimed at investigating the rippling effects of community service. We partnered with several mentoring groups and community agencies to film service in action, but production was halted due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Rather than scrap the project, we decided to embrace the art of the pivot. We chose to make adjustments to the plan and use the technology that was available to us in order to honor the stories we were holding. But before I tell you what happened while the project was on hold, let me take you back to the beginning of the story. My desire to follow and film the rippling effects of service will require me to follow folks who make service their purpose. Meet Joy Truly Brown. She is the starting point for the ripple that I am following. I work with Joy at the Orpheum, and through our friendship, I learned that she provides mentorship through the National Coalition of 100 Black Women. She mentors middle schoolers at Memphis Academy of Health Sciences, which everyone lovingly calls MOS for short.
MOS is dedicated to educating scholars in the field of health sciences. Today, one of the projects that we're doing with the mentees is collecting toiletries. They will be putting care packages together that people have donated, and we will be taking a trip to the Shelby County schools to deliver them.
We put together a package We're putting together a package for girls that includes pads, deodorant, body wash, and cleansing wipes. These things are important because it takes care of your hygiene. Some people can't afford certain things, so then they give them an opportunity to start off with something.
This project is part of the Shelby County School Necessity Drive. These care packages will be distributed to students throughout the Shelby County school system that can't often afford the basic needs.
In addition to serving the mentees at MOS, Joy also volunteers as a mentor for the Butterfly Effect Girls Mentoring Program. That's where I met Lori Lynn Love, and the ripple got bigger.
My name is Lori Lynn Love, and I am the founder and director of a mentoring program called the Butterfly Effect Girls Mentoring Program. We started about 5 years ago, back in 2015, and the reason that we started was really because I was mentoring in the school system here in Memphis, Tennessee, and I just saw a need for the girls that I was mentoring to have more time with mentors. I really just found at the time that I was spending with them just wasn't enough to give them all the information and the knowledge and the wisdom and my experiences to try to help their lives be successful. And so that's why the Butterfly Effect was actually founded.
We're at the Dorothy house, and this is going to impact many lives, different lives, because I've been through this pain, and a lot of it hurts, so I know experience.
The Dorothy Day House, it helps like homeless people who don't have a home but trying to find somewhere to live. Like some can't get in the shelter and some can't. So it's like a way to help people get started, and then they do it their way to their house.
The Dorothy house is going to change lives, it's going to impact people, it's going to help them, it's going to give them an extra hand to help them get through problems that they can't get through alone.
Today I help make beds. We're going to go put toilet tissue, paper towels in every restroom to help them feel comfortable in the home and stay.
My name is Sydney Dennis. I am the volunteer coordinator here at the Dorothy Day House. We had a group here today from the Butterfly Effect, and they were able to help us clean up our house and get it ready for the open house, because we were about to have 3 new families, maybe experiencing homelessness, be able to move into this house. So they were a great help for us today. I love working for the Dorothy Day House because I just want to help serve other people. So we serve homeless families, and they're able to move into our houses and stay. The house becomes their own, really, while they're here. So really uninterrupted family life while they're here, as opposed to maybe another shelter type situation. One of our biggest mottos is just people helping people. We love volunteers to be able to come and meet families who are living here as well, because it just shows them that people in the city care about them, and that eventually they can, get that bug, that fire, and they will say, man, I love that those people were able to come here. I want to give back when I'm able to.
I want people to know that hard times, they usually don't last long. I mean, if you have an extra hand, it can help you get through it, show you love that you never had before, or that you never experienced.
If I could share just one piece of advice out to the world, it would just be that life is not about you. I think that so many times depression sets in because people tend to start thinking about themselves. They think about their own problems, what they're dealing with. But when you take the focus off yourself and you start thinking about, hey, my life is not as bad as it seems, that there's somebody else that's worse off than me, I think that that's the goal of even what I'm trying to do, even in the program with the Butterfly Effect and with these girls, is to help them to see that life ain't just about you. It's about you helping somebody else. It's about you being the one for somebody else. It's about you dedicating your time, giving your finances to help another organization or another person. It's about you literally just trying to be there for somebody else who may be dealing with something, committing suicide, dealing with depression, dealing with low self-esteem. And if they can be there for somebody else, it takes the focus off of them and lets them to see that, hey, we're put here on this earth so that God can help us to bless somebody else. The metaphor of the butterfly effect. It talks how one small butterfly can flap its wings, and it can cause circulars of air in motion that can literally cause other circulars of air in motion that can cause a tsunami across the end of the world. And so the reason why the program is actually named the Butterfly Effect is because I just wanted the girls to have one small change or one small word or one small event that we do that can cause them to say, you know what, we're making a huge impact. And so the work that we're doing here, even at the Dorothy Day House and just our community service projects abroad, it literally just starts to set that ripple effect.
Just knowing that families would be moving into this Dorothy Day House, I could already see the rippling effect that their service would have on other lives. But I had no idea how interconnected our service projects would actually be. At our next community work day, I was pleasantly surprised during my conversation with Corey, founder of Sweet Cheeks Diaper Ministry.
Hi, my name is Corey Smith. I'm the founder and executive director of Sweet Cheeks Diaper Ministry. We were founded in 2014, and our mission statement is to meet the needs of families by providing basic needs such as diapers, wipes, and other hygiene products. Today we're doing a diaper wrapping party where all the diapers we've collected throughout the month, we get together and we repackage them for our families. We give our families a month worth of diapers, which is a pack of 25, and we give each child 50 diapers. That's a month worth. So all the girls today will be repackaging the diapers, that way we can distribute them to our families in need here in Memphis. The girls who are here to wrap are from the Butterfly Effect Mentoring Group, and we're going to show them the ins and outs of how we operate our warehouse, from opening the diapers, sorting, wrapping, and putting them on the shelves. That way we can distribute it to our families. And how we distribute the diapers, we utilize partner agencies because they already have a list of clients that they're serving, but the one area that they can't meet is diapers. So one of our partner agencies called Dorothy Day House, they work with homeless families.
Did you catch that? Well, here's a do-over in case you missed it.
One of our partner agencies called Dorothy Day House, they work with homeless families. and I make sure that their pantry is stocked with diapers. That way those parents can worry about finding a job, finding a house. They don't have to worry about getting diapers so their child can go to daycare, getting diapers so they can go to work. Their money that they're saving so they can move out and get their own place is 100% that, and I'm making sure that the diapers for their children is covered.
Lori was right. Our ripple of service was growing into a tsunami, metaphorically speaking. But then disaster struck, and we watched helplessly as people and organizations dedicated to serving the needs of others became impacted themselves. Business as usual stopped, but the needs of people did not. This was a turning point in our world. Suddenly, we were all trying to learn how to pivot.
Hi. I'm Janita. I'm sad we got to meet under these circumstances, but it's great to see your smiling face.
Well, thank you. Good to see you all as well. Joy made sure I did not forget.
I appreciate that. I just wanted to take some time to connect, with everything that's going on with the pandemic. We had to school shut down, so that stopped all of our filming on the project, and we have not been able to make a plan. So I just wanted to talk to you guys and just see, first of all, how are you? Let's just start right there. How are you?
Oh, I am doing fantastic. Doing great.
Same here, Janita. I'm doing good.
Okay, good. And then where we left off, let me give you a little backdrop of where we were with the filming. We had already been able to film at the Shelby County schools, dropping off the toiletries. We had a couple sessions with the girls when they were able to talk about the toiletries and why they were doing it. And we had our day at Sweet Cheeks. We had our day at Dorothy Day House. And so we were in a really good place having the background information for the film, but we didn't get a wrap up. And so what has happened is just we've put the film on hold. And I just wanted to talk to you about next steps. Have you guys connected with the mentees or the school, or do you know anything where they are?
Mm-hmm. Joy, if you could share a little bit with her about where they are and what's happening, or our connection to them still, even though school is out.
Yeah, of course. As for the mentoring program, there were a select amount of girls that were in that. And we, as the National Coalition of 100 Black Women Mentors, we are actually keeping up with our individual mentees. So, for instance, I spoke with my mentee's mother on Tuesday just to kind of do a checkup, because we understand that some of the girls don't have maybe telephones or things like that. So it was important to us to have that connection with the parents so that we could reach out and keep in contact with them as well. Just, to keep in contact on the girls' well-being, even an interest in how they're feeling about COVID-19, how it has affected them. And so that's kind of where we are as far as our communication with the mentees. As far as our communication with the school, they are definitely keeping up with them. They're keeping up with just the basics of them logging on, getting their schoolwork. I know that there are some counselors in place that they can talk to. And again, just kind of checking on the well-being and the capacity of the young ladies during this time, as well as keeping up with them as far as their schoolwork and their academics.
That's great to hear. So now I just want to fast forward and just say, what comes next?
Well, certainly we would love to continue this work.
Yes.
I was really excited about the opportunity to give the mentees an opportunity to not only experience what they're learning related to the arts and education, but also the other students who were in the other projects, which I had an opportunity to take a look at. We will definitely continue this relationship. The arts are very important, and it's a major part of what our national organization wants to see us doing in education. We are very fortunate that we have the opportunity to partner with the Orpheum on this project, listen up, and to really get the opportunity for the students, the girls, to engage in it. I mean, they've been excited. I had the opportunity to come by one day and you all were filming them, and they were excited and they were all engaged and raising their hands. And I was saying, oh, they really are engaged. Yes, most definitely. It is unfortunate that we did not have the opportunity to wrap it up, but we will continue, and I trust that the Orpheum and you guys will pick up where we left off and engage some different girls, particularly those who will be going to high school, but to make the project continue.
Just to piggyback on what Madam President said, we are super excited about the work that was done with the mentees. And moving forward, I think this program is going to be exciting and strong. But as far as the coalition, yes, we are moving forward. We are still planning to engage the girls in some activity, just to kind of let them know we are still here. We are still encouraging them. We do want to give them some type of closure.
Now that is amazing. I'm so excited. I'm grateful.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And I just want to say to you both, thank you for the work you do. Thank you for the way you touch lives. And thank you for letting us be a part of making space for these students to reflect and share their thoughts and their growth. Yeah. I'm very grateful. Hey, Corey. I am so glad to see your smiling face.
You too. How have you been?
I have been doing well, in spite of, right, all the craziness. I have been doing well. How about you? How's things been going?
It's going good. I can't complain.
So, can you just just tell me a little bit about what's going on with you and Sweet Cheeks since COVID crazy?
Yeah, so when COVID first hit, we were all like, oh my God, what's going on? Like how we're gonna do this. Some of the agencies that we were, that were getting our diapers were closed. And so we're like, how are we supposed to get diapers to people if all the people who we're giving diapers to are not doing anything because they're shut down? And we had the thought process like, okay, a pandemic is not the time for us to shut down. If anything, we have to ramp it up. So we, a friend of mine, Mr. Brown, the one who warehouse we're using, he reached out to, we decided to do just a diaper distribution drive. We was like, okay, it's safe. No one gets out their car. We don't have direct contact. All we're doing is saying, what size diapers do you need? And we put them in their car. So we did the first one in April, right at the beginning of April. And I just posted it on Facebook and Instagram. I didn't think anybody was going to show up. And we had about 300 people show up. And we were like, okay. So people are coming. And so for the next one we did was in May. And that's when Mr. Brown was like, hey, do you mind if I contact Box 13 so they can see what you're doing? So, more people can find out about it. And if people want to donate, they know how to get in touch with you. So, we was like, yeah, that's fine. So they came, they did a story on us, and then they showed up the next day for the actual distribution. And we had, I lost count. I know we served over 2,000 people. The line never stopped. We had to, the cops showed up what are y'all doing? Why is it traffic backed all the way up to the airport? what's going on? And so we were like telling her, well, we're giving out, diapers. He was like, all of this is for diapers. Like he thought we were giving out food. And we was like, no, we was like, everyone here is in line for diapers. And so he called some more police officers and they start, navigating the line for us, getting people like to kind of free up traffic. And so it was so many people that we ran out. Like our warehouse was bare. We had nothing left. But like when they aired the story, like donations just start coming in. Like my phone was just like ding, 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 ding. And we're like, well, heck, we got enough to go purchase another truckload of diapers within a week. We had enough, people had donated like crazy. And we filled the warehouse right back up for June. So we were able to distribute in June. Then we got a grant from Urban Child Institute. They bought diapers. And then we got 2 rounds of the COVID relief fund from the Community Foundation of Memphis. That bought 2 more trucks of diapers. So like we were like, okay, how we're gonna do this? But the diapers never stopped coming in. And it's so funny that I'm waiting on a shipment from Huggies. They were supposed to be here at 11. I don't know. Hopefully they'll show in, but I can show you where we went from an empty warehouse. Like these, if you can see, like all these diapers right here are going to our distribution Saturday with Junior Lee will be in Binghamton. And then if you see here, this room, you can even get, my daughter's doing virtual learning here, but if you can see, like, this room was completely filled. We just went through these in just the past 2 weeks. Like you can even walk into that room. And then this is the new space here. So,
oh my goodness, Corey, that is amazing.
We've been like wrapping. Junior League of Memphis has been here. Different organizations have reached out, like a mayor group. Hey, we can't do anything, but can we come wrap diapers? Can we help you? So it's just been like I said, I can't complain because while most organizations have had to shut down or had to diminish their services that they were doing, we actually have increased. And I just hope it continues beyond COVID. Because the need is there. We have families who come from Arkansas, who come from Mississippi, different parts of Tennessee, like Tiffany County, Somerville. We have families coming from all over because there's nowhere else around here to get diapers for them. So we've been blessed.
Yeah, and not only have you been blessed, but you've been the blessing. Like
been the blessing, yes.
It's like I'm like, and hashtag has been lived, right? It is amazing to see all the beautiful work that you're doing, and I just want to ask you, have you, like, prior to this, did you know about so many people coming from Tipton County and just other?
Because before COVID, we didn't do direct service unless it was like an emergency. If somebody just contacted us and said, it's emergency, I can't get diapers anywhere else. We mainly only service like the different organizations who already had a list of clients. And so when COVID hit, it was like, not only were the people who were already in need, it was new people in need.
Right. And I think that it's beautiful work that you're doing. It already was beautiful. And now it has just grown and blossomed. And I am so grateful. I'm grateful to know you. And I'm grateful to be able to share this story. Basically, what we are talking about is, what happens when organizations who are serving others become impacted themselves. Right. We were talking about the impact of service, and then COVID hit and we were all impacted in one way or another. And so it's just beautiful to see you be able to pivot, to go from working with the agencies that served people to being direct support to families. That's a huge pivot. And so congratulations on being amazing, being a blessing, being able to serve people when they are in need, truly in need.
Mm-hmm.
good to see your face.
I know it's so good to see you, hun. I'm sick of looking at computer screens. I wish I could just see y'all now, in person, but we got to do what we got to do. I just want us to be that little small piece of light that gives them hope. I know we're only meeting every other month this year, but still just being that beacon of light where they can look forward to land. If I can just get to this 4th Saturday in September so we can see our butterfly mentors and I can get out this house and I don't have to look at a computer screen, that's something that, I want our girls to be able to look forward to. So Shelby Farms Park Pavilion, this is where we'll be on the 4th Saturday of this month. And I have Miss Janita on, who's from the Orphan Theater, who's been doing a documentary for our Listen Up. And so she's going to be able to come out and just kind of film whatever we do on that day.
Cause y'all love our girl talk. We can't cry today cause my makeup too fat. Yeah, we ain't gonna do no crying today. All right, so we are live on Instagram with the Butterfly Effect Girls Mentoring Program, our first group session of the year. We have our mentors here, our volunteers. We got some new girls in the building. So one thing that we're gonna have different this year, I don't know if your parents have already shared with you, we're gonna have counseling services for at least 10 of our girls. So y'all remember the group session we did in April with my sister when she talked about grief and dealing with death and all that good stuff. So my sister and Miss Ebony are going to be offering counseling service with some of y'all. And let me just say this, counseling don't mean something wrong with you. Miss Laura go to counseling all the time. So my sister is my therapist. I love to pray, I love the Lord, but you also need somebody to talk to so you can figure out why you do what you do, why you think the way you think, things that are going on with you. So she's gonna be offering counseling services, and what that's gonna look like, we've already your parents actually has identified some of you all who's gonna be part of counseling services. And then you're gonna have like a week session with my sister for the month of October, November, like every week, and then we'll go like every other week, and then like once a month. So you guys get a chance to talk to her. We'll get some background information on you. Like I said, I don't want y'all to think that having a counselor or talking to somebody is taboo. Ain't nothing wrong with it. Your whole mentor, Miss Laura, got one, okay? So that's one thing that we're gonna change this year. All right, so I'm gonna bring up now Miss Ebony and Miss Joy Brown. They're gonna do a team building exercise with y'all. So I want y'all to loosen up, because we sisters. So y'all can get to know each other a little bit more. Come on, Miss Ebony. Y'all clap it up for Miss Ebony and Joy.
Okay. Is friendship important to you, and why or why not?
Okay. What's your answer to that question?
I think friendship is very important because when you're going through hard times, you can lean on each other.
So how do you feel about being out here for Butterfly Effect?
I like it because it's an open environment. So, you know, like if we do an activity, we can take the masks down. We don't have to feel like we're living in a pandemic right now. And it's great because you get a taste of nature after we've been stuck in the house all this time.
What's good about it, being as though we've been locked in since, you know, the COVID-19 was implemented back in March. We haven't seen each other since then, and it's just an amazing time. It's an amazing feeling just to be out, you know, just with the girls again.
My whole program is a community service project. I don't get paid for finding it, helping the girls. I have a set of mentors that work with me. They're giving up their time, their energy, their money, their gas to pick girls up, to take them on different outings, just to spend that one-on-one time. And so what my hope is that us doing this work, it would help the girls to see that when they're older, that they would tend to give back to their communities and help somebody else in need.
I hope that I can make an impact to the mentees I serve through change. I hope that something that I say, something that I do, inspires them to be different and make a difference in their lives.
Looking through my lens, I can see that the momentum of service grows when people like you and me take action to help the impacted members of our community. And by inviting others to serve with us, we create a rippling effect across the city.
So now, when the ripple reaches you, you know what to do.